Hey everybody, Doug Reynolds here, your College-Glen neighborhood real estate specialist. As a lot of you know, I lived in the neighborhood for a long time now, own a property, got a rental property in the neighborhood as well too. So I'm living and also working in the neighborhood of College-Glen, which is College Greens and Glenbrook. And I just do a number of sales. I love working with buyers and sellers in my neighborhood. I love bringing in new neighbors to the neighborhood and everything like that. So one thing I do is I always go over the stats. I create the stats myself and go over them each quarter. It's enough data to kind of look at things. Every month it can fluctuate so much, but every quarter gives you a bit of a meat of enough data to go over things. So let's throw up the graphic here. You can take a look at what's going on with the first quarter for 2015. We just finished the first quarter for 2015. So you can see the number of sold homes. There was 19 sold homes in the first quarter. Pretty typical for the beginning of a year to be kind of slow as you're coming out of the holidays, Christmas and Thanksgiving and everything. The sales that close in the first quarter are ones that were generated at the very end of the last year and the very beginning of this year. So activity is usually pretty slow. So 19, not that bad for the first quarter. They were all equity sales. There was no bank-owned REO sales and there was no short sales in the first quarter. And then comparing that to the last quarter of 2014, it was down a bit, which is to be expected as most typically in the year on a good note. So 2014, the fourth quarter had 25 sales, one of which was a short sale. And then comparing it to a year ago, we're just down a tiny bit from a year ago where there was 21 sales in our neighborhood. At that time, there was one bank-owned sale, 3 short sales that closed, and only 17 equity sales. So we can see as we continue the market continues to get stronger and stronger and more stable. We're having less and less short sales and less bank-owned. There's a few out there, but not a whole lot. And then you can see that our market has continued to get stronger in the neighborhood. The average sales price for the first quarter was almost $295,000. So that's significantly better than the last quarter of 2014, and it's significantly better than the first quarter from a year ago. So not only are we better than a year ago, we're better than a few months ago as well as far as average sales price. And you can also see that days on the market, homes are selling faster, and that's showing because it's a bit of a seller's market right now, so prices are going up, homes are selling faster, and you can see as the average days on the market is continuing to trickle down. So just to kind of recap what's going on currently right now, I'm shooting this video in the end of April, and April 2015. It's a seller's market right now, but it's a price-sensitive seller's market. What that means is the homes that are priced right, they show well, and they're marketed well, they're selling right away in our neighborhood. We've got a lot of buyers looking in the neighborhood, and there's not a ton of really good houses available. So when something comes up, they're jumping all over it, and they're getting multiple offers. So in our neighborhood right now, price-sensitive seller's market, most homes are selling right away, multiple offers, typically sometimes above list price as well if they're priced right. But it's sensitive in the fact that there's a few out there that aren't the greatest showing houses. They're not being marketed very well, and they're just priced way too high, and those ones are sitting. So we've got this gap. Either it's a dog and it doesn't look good and it's priced high, it's sitting, or it comes on, it looks good, it's priced right, it's selling right away. And I would expect for the second quarter we're going to continue that. It's at some point it's going to slow down a little bit, but right now I think for the second quarter we'll still be strong. I've got some listings coming up in the neighborhood that we're expecting to have multiple offers on them, probably sell either at or above list price right away as well too. So that's what's going on in the neighborhood. Check out my website. It's collegeglenrealestate.com. Try to give some info on events that are going on in the neighborhood, whether it be with the Little League or Cabana Club or Bancroft or whatever. And then also, I just love stats and data. So I'm always analyzing, here's the solds for the month, here's what's going on, doing videos, keeping people updated with the real estate. I do a weekly update showing kind of the fluctuations in our market as well too. So as you can tell, I love doing real estate in College-Glen. I think it's an amazing neighborhood. So if you're looking to move into the neighborhood, please give me a call. Or if for some reason you need to sell and relocate or whatever, I'd love the opportunity to help you do that as well too. So once again, Doug Reynolds, check out collegeglenrealestate.com. Hope everyone's doing well, and clear skies.